Dog Pound South campers. This is the Cleveland Browns Dog Pound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. Hey, our first victory Monday of 2025. And that, I did not see that coming. But this Cleveland Browns defense is, I'm fully convinced right now, they're elite. They are. They kept this team in this game. Took advantage of situations. Completely messed up Green Bay late, but their offensive line, they lost their starting right tackle. Like I said in the pregame show, he's very, very important, and they shuffled their line, and their offensive line had no continuity to it whatsoever. A lot of pre-snap penalties. So Green Bay, I think they had 12 penalties. Green Bay had 12 penalties. You can't make it to the Super Bowl if your offensive line is like that. And so let's get to it. Offense. Now, a lot of people are clamoring, and were clamoring for Dylan Gabriel to replace Joe Flacco right at halftime. The thought crossed my mind, but then you take a step back and you look at what happened. Starting in the very first possession, Joe Flacco's getting the guys out of the huddle quickly. To look at the defense, but he also had to, some of these younger players, get them in line. I mean, Isaiah Bond, Cedric Tillman, Harold Fannin, even the running backs, Quinshon Judkins, get them in the right spot before they snap the ball, preventing pre-snap penalties. That's what a veteran quarterback does. Yes, he does look old. He did miss open receivers. There was one to Isaiah Bond. If he had just seen him, that was going to be a touchdown. And to tell you how good the Green Bay defense is, for the third straight week in a row, they have not allowed a first half touchdown. Think about that for a second. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, he is missing things, but he is providing veteran leadership that goes unnoticed. He was doing that all game, getting people up the line of scrimmage, telling them where they need to go, telling them to stop. There was a couple times when he told Isaiah Bond, "Stop, get to the line." So, yeah, and the the next reason to keep Joe Flacco as the starter is the very last offensive play. Yes, he hit Njoku over the middle, and both commentators said they're out of timeouts. They got to go sideline. They can't throw anything over the middle. If they throw anything over the middle, they'll never get the field goal kicking team out in time. Bullcrap. Went down, and let me give the NFL referees a little applause on this. Right before Posick set the ball, the referee touched it real quick and got the hell out of the way. Great. So he gets it down there, gets it dead center, gets the whole team down there, does a quick snap, 2 seconds left. Do you think Dillon Gabriel could have done that? Do you think Shedeur Sanders could have done that? No. They would not. They would not have been able to do that. So, yeah, I'd keep them in there. They got to go up against the Lions. We'll find out what the Lions are tonight against the Ravens. They're on a short week. They travel, I think they're playing in Baltimore, and then they got to travel back home to play the Browns on Sunday. So we'll see what happens there. So how does everybody like Andrew Berry's draft class? I'm completely thrilled. I mean, Mason Graham had a 43% win rate yesterday. And a lot of people will scratch their heads and say, well, what's that all about? Your normal rookie has about a 9%. Rookie defensive tackle has about a 9% win rate. 43% win rate. Aiden Huntington, everywhere. Fullback, special teams, defensive tackle, got half a sack. Malik Collins, I mean, I'll get to the other rookies here in a second. Carson Schlesinger, everywhere. I mean, his knock in college was he'd get caught up in blockers and, it'd take away his effectiveness. Well, now he's got a great defensive line in front of us. He can just run free. And he showed it on that insanely stupid play call by Green Bay at the end of the third quarter. 3rd and 1. All you had to do was let the clock run out and you get the ball in the fourth quarter at 3rd and 1. No, they snap it at the last second. Boom. 13-yard loss, sacked by Carson Schlesinger. Matt LaFleur is supposed to be an offensive genius. I didn't see any offensive genius at that. So Fannin, big play, and of course Quinshon Judkins. Those two big runs, 14 and 38 yards, got them into position, scored the touchdown. 3 minutes left in the game. So they had a chance. So now, let's talk about the other players. Maliek Collins has been the best free agent pickup for this year. He has. He's been just phenomenal. He's been feasting because they're double and triple teaming Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett is still getting into the backfield. Myles Garrett finally has an entire defensive line to complement him. Not just one player. Not one guy on the other end. Isaiah McGuire had a little rough yesterday. Every time he played on that one side of the field, the right side, they do a quarterback run. They did 3 RPOs his direction, and each time he ran past the quarterback who ran past him. So they need to work on that. But this defense is elite. Special teams, my biggest complaint always, until they allowed that short kick and long kickoff return that put the ball in the 40 after the touchdown to make it 10-10, I was shaking my head. I was thinking, oh man, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Why are you giving Green Bay a short field? Worked out in the end because Shelby Harris does what Shelby Harris does best. Block field goals. Unbelievable way to end a game. Just unbelievable. A well-deserved win by the Cleveland Browns. So it just happy Victory Monday. Let's take a quick break. All right. This team, I have, you want to talk about everybody talks about the quarterback plan after 6. I don't know who started that. There is no plan after 6 games. I've been told there's no plan after 6 games. Another thing reported on social media by someone who I used to follow and like was that they seriously considered starting Dylan Gabriel this week. No, they didn't. I don't know where he got that. But they do have a plan, but nobody knows what it is. So let's just keep Joe Flacco as the starter. And I'm glad Kevin Stefanski, said Flacco's the starter against the Lions. We all know this. The first 6 games are tough. I was, like I keep saying, I would have been happy at 2-4 after the first 6 games. The Lions will play tonight. We'll get to see them. Then they go to London and play the Vikings, who you really can't judge against the Bengals because the Bengals are now god-awful without Joe Schmo. They are just, they are god-awful. Watch a little of that game. They stink. Steelers struggled to beat the Patriots, who I am not convinced are a very good team. Sure, Aaron Rodgers had 509th touchdown pass, whoop-de-doo. I don't care. So, in Miami, I'm not convinced on Miami either. So, I just keep playing. Keep playing. I mean, these next 3 games are going to be tough. Tough defenses. Vikings do have a good defense. Steelers always have a good defense. And the Lions, after getting beaten by the Packers game 1, looked pretty good last week. So we'll find out about the Lions tonight. But all in all, I know it was frustrating to watch. And I know social media was all over social media and some chat groups were all over Kevin Stefanski and the offense. And yeah, uh, Joe Flacco missed some things. Um, but this isn't the same offense as 2023. I've told everybody this, and Joe Flacco said it in training camp. Similar, but not the same. So they're all learning this offense at the same time. The one thing I am worried about is the offensive tackle spot. Dwan Jones, like I said in my pregame show, why don't you try Dwan Jones at right tackle and put Cornelius Lucas on the left side? They did it. Dwan Jones gets hurt. Um, I'm hearing it's hyperextended. We'll know more today. He's going to have an MRI. Levingston came in and is god awful. If everybody recalls, they signed 2 tackles with experience. Well, Levingston is more of a developmental tackle, but during the week they signed 2 tackles with experience. One guy's name is Phillips, one guy's name is Mims. I think one has 4 years, one has 3 years. I wouldn't be surprised to see either one of them taking Levingston's spot. Also, I am hearing that they are poking around the trade market for an offensive tackle. That does not surprise me. That shows you how serious this is. I'd love to see Jack Conklin come back, but I don't think he's going to come back for the Lions. Maybe for the London trip, but first he got poked in the eye, then it was an elbow. You got to have the eye is fine, the elbow is what's bothering him. So like I said, I'd love to have him back, put him at right tackle, Lucas at left tackle, and everything will be fine. Because yesterday the interior, after having a terrible game against the Baltimore Ravens, the interior of the offensive line played really, really well. So, except for, a couple of those calls on Wyatt Teller were just stupid. That one holding call, he didn't hold him. I mean, even the commentators said, I don't like that one bit. So, yes, they did have a lot of penalties. No pre-snap penalties, which has been what everybody has been calling for Kevin Stefanski to be fired over. I think they've had 1 in 3 games. That's improvement. And you saw why during the game. They had none yesterday because Joe Flacco wouldn't allow it. He kept getting the guys in position so there would be no pre-snap penalties. So that's the experience he brings. I'll say it again. That's the experience he brings. That and the last play, offensive play of the game. And getting up there and snapping the ball and stopping the clock so the Browns could actually win a game. So watch the offensive tackle spot. If Andrew Berry can find a tackle in the trade market, he'll find it. Right now, nobody's willing to deal, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Hey, if I'm the Browns, I just with their 2026 first round draft picks, I just select 2 tackles. I mean, let's just go for it. I mean, that's where your problem lies right now. But all in all, it's a good victory Monday. We're on to Detroit. We'll get to see them tonight against the Baltimore Ravens, see what happens. So that's it for today. I want to thank everybody for joining me. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dog Pound South podcast, part of the Fanatical L's Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. As always, we're brought to you here by Hemisphere Coffee, where they shake the hands of the farmer. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy your Victory Monday. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribing, and following us here at the Fanatical Elves Network. And as always, we're just Browns fans like you. So go Browns, go Browns.